What's going on? It is Cop Pizzle. Before I get started in this video, I need to give a big shout out and a big thanks to Michael G. I don't want to say your last name, man. I don't want to put your personal info out there, but just want to give a big shout out to Michael G. You know who you are. He sent me an amazing tip / donation, whatever you want to call it. And he really inspired me to make this video that you're going to see here today. So if you guys would, in the comments, please give a shout out and a big thanks to Michael G, because he's the reason why this video is being made today. And the thing that obviously I love when guys or my subscribers or anybody that follows my channel, they show me appreciation through a tip or donation. It's an unbelievable feeling that anybody would do that. But also, I love when you guys share your stories with me, your passion for the New York Football Giants or football in general, but then also your appreciation of me through words. And look, I'm not somebody that needs a virtual hug or anything like that. I've got plenty of love and support in my everyday life. But I'm not going to specify exactly what Michael G said to me, but to summarize what he said was that he appreciates channels like mine that still have a loyal feel to them, because it's hard to find that in today's content creator climate. And look, as many of you guys know, I've been on YouTube now for going on 18 seasons of support, 18 consecutive seasons supporting the New York Football Giants. I've been a Giants fan for over 30 years. And I have to be honest, I spent, 14 to 15 years of my life being a very lonely Giants fan. I mean, I didn't have anybody to talk Giants football with. And now I've got all of you guys that I can share my passion with. And I love to put it out there, man. I honestly, sincerely do. It's something that I really enjoy. But with his tip and donation, I had an interesting interaction with a content creator by the name of Kid Blue that actually connects with this. And look, Kid Blue is not a very good content creator. He's just simply not. To me, a content creator has to be one of two things. You have to be informative, or you have to be entertaining. There's nothing else out there for you. I mean, to me, you're either one of two things. If you're neither one of those two things, then you shouldn't be a content creator. In fairness to Kid Blue, he's still young. He still has time to figure those things out. But the reality is that none of us have to really put out an application to become a content creator. It's completely free to make a YouTube account and upload content. It's completely free to get a social media account such as Twitter and post your gibberish. It's completely free to do that and call yourself a content creator. And I know a lot of people out there, started making content like New York Revival during the COVID time. It's a COVID channel. The reality is that nothing was going on, and they hopped on when they hopped on. But nevertheless, the thing about this is that it's free to just put out your feelings. And look, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Everybody's entitled to their thoughts. But let me marry these two together. I get Michael G here, who tells me he loves me being who I am and a loyal content creator, a loyal Giants fan, right? And I am at a fault very loyal to Daniel Jones, right? When I first joined YouTube, there was a bond and a brotherhood, what felt like, amongst content creators that were with the Giant fans. Now there's a very much of it's civil war kind of feeling, where you feel one way or you feel this way, and there's no way to really blend those two together. But he appreciates me for being a loyal Giants fan and being supportive even through the good times and the bad. Also being supportive, I think, of Daniel Jones. Kid Blue, in an interesting engagement with him the other day, says, well, it's interesting that you support Daniel Jones the way you do, but you didn't support Evan Ingram the last couple years of his years with the New York Football Giants. This part to me is interesting, right? So Kid Blue is using, first of all, why any Giants content creator would ever attack Pizzle is beyond me. I mean, you can't love the New York Football Giants and not love Pizzle. Anybody that has been the longest running, reigning New York Giants channel in the game, to not support that, to not appreciate that, goes way over my head. In addition to that, look, I'm not saying that anybody's got to always enjoy everything that I put out, but nobody, make no mistake about it, nobody has ever been more passionate on this fucking platform about the New York Football Giants, has shown more love and appreciation and just given more out there than Pizzle has. I mean, there hasn't. Now, that's not to say I'm the best. That doesn't say I've got the most this or most that. It just, the fact is that when you look at the passion buckets, it's completely filled to the brim when it comes to Pizzle and the Giants. But going back to Kid Blue, he wants to try to make this situation, he wants to take this little square peg and fit it in this little round hole, and it just doesn't work like that. Look, if you're a real Giants fan and you're loyal and you've always stayed committed, you've never really ventured out to other teams or cared about other players, you've only stayed focused on the Giants, you should know what a New York Football Giants player is and isn't. And you should also know that when a player gives its all or when they don't. The reality is that there's going to be players that are going to come into this franchise and every franchise, and they're going to either give a damn or they're not going to give a damn. I mean, just because a player is on your favorite team doesn't mean you have to support him wholeheartedly. But the reality, in my opinion, is if you see a player out there who gives his damn all, gives everything, goes out there and isn't afraid to get fucking concussed, isn't afraid to put the team on his back, isn't afraid to be ridiculed, never given any support whatsoever. It's never been easy, ever, in the history of Daniel Jones being with the Giants to support Daniel Jones. The Danny Dimes thing is that name has been a joke from the get-go. It's almost like you're making fun of him while also giving him a compliment. It's like a backhanded compliment. It's just been a joke from the get-go. It really has. It's like a backhanded compliment. Danny Dimes, it's a joke. Yet Evan Ingram, when he was with the Giants, always got all this support nonstop from the day that he got here to the day that he left. And look, I'm not here to, I've been done with Evan Ingram. In fact, if you watch some Madden streams I did, we actually had some fun with old Pro Bowler. We had some great times and enjoyed, found something positive to say about Evan Ingram. But in my opinion, Evan Ingram, the last couple years with the Giants, didn't give a damn. Short arming passes, drop passes that led to interceptions. Just, to me, he didn't show that he gave a damn or cared. If I'm a fan, first of all, the older you get, and Kid Blue, people like him who still have their youth, they're going to figure this out one day. Because, look, I hate to break a lot of this to you guys, but if you might be 18, 19, 20, you're going to end up being 40 years old one day. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in a blink of an eye. You'll never fucking see it coming, but it will come. But the reality is what a lot of these young guys don't understand. When you get older, reasons of being such a big fan of a team kind of go out the window. Why? Why do you say that, Pizzle? Well, you get married, you have a couple kids, you have other interests that are really close to you. Why do you have to be so supportive of this particular team when you've got your family? You've got so many things to look forward to in your everyday life. Why still support this team that doesn't really care? It's almost like going back to the Bronx tale. What do you care? What do you care about the Yankees? They don't know who what do you care? Why? And the thing is that I personally, as a young man, I made a promise to myself that this is what I would be as a New York Giants fan till the day I die. But in doing so, if I'm going to take my time, and this is where Kid Blue and these need to really focus in and listen. If I'm going to take my time to support the team, buy the merchandise, spend my money on shirts and hats and all kinds of things, tickets to go to a game, airplane tickets or gas to get to a game. If I'm going to do all this, right, and go through the trouble and the support and everything that goes around with it, right, and show my ass here on YouTube and put my all out there, then I want to support guys who give a fuck, who care, who put it on the line. That's why. That's why I don't give a shit about guys like Evan Ingram their last year or two, because they didn't give a damn. They showed it on the field. Now, I don't know if Daniel Jones is ultimately going to work out. I know everybody wants to go out of here and say, oh, well, shit, this is the make it or break it year. Make it or break it. Make it or break it. Well, guess what? What he has shown me, I hope he fucking makes it. Because he's given a damn from the day that he's got here. He's put his body on the line. He's got hurt almost damn every year because he's had to carry the damn offense because they haven't given him a number one receiver. They haven't given him a good quality offensive line. And a lot of you can't figure that out yet. But you will. You will. You'll figure it out soon enough. You give him an all-star, a fucking Pro Bowl tight end who can't do shit. Which I still ain't figured that part out. How'd he make it? But, nevertheless, some guys just don't get it. And they're never going to get it. And I go back to the other point that I made a minute ago. If you're going to be a damn content creator, you have to either be one or two things. Informative, which a lot of them have been wrong about the fact of informing you, the public, the consumer, the subscriber, the content creator consumption person. They've been wrong about how many times they've said that Daniel Jones is getting replaced. They've been wrong about so many different things. And they sure as hell ain't been entertaining, because when I've watched them before and I've tried to support them, I fell the fuck asleep and drooled on my damn shirt the next morning when I woke up and the damn stream said it was over 15 hours ago. 8 hours ago. I didn't sleep that long, but you get the point. Anyways, get your ass down in the comment section. Thank Michael G for supporting Cop Pizzle, for supporting this channel, for showing him love and inspiring me to put this video out here. A lot of great content coming up. I love all of those that support this channel and understand what it means to be a true New York Football Giants fan.